Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, we're going to explore a new deck, Ensoul Viper, the Dimir Ensoul Artifact deck that also tech in the new Rottenmouth Viper from Bloomburrow. So the idea of Rottenmouth Viper is that you can sack a bunch of non-land permanents to make them cost less. And when it comes into play, you get a what is it, blight counter? Yeah, you get a blight counter, and whenever he attacks, you also get another blight counter. For each blight counters on it, your opponent has to either lose 4 life, discard a card, or sacrifice a permanent. Which, I mean, it's in the beginning it doesn't seem much, but it piles on very quickly. But this is just the end game. We have a bunch of other cards that synergizes very well in the old Ensoul combo. So in this deck, we're gonna have. Let's see, let's just talk about the Ensoul cards, shall we? We have 4 Case of the Filched Falcon. We have 1 Black Staff of the Waterdeep, 4 Ensoul Artifact, and 3 Zoetic Glyphs. A total of 12 man makers. So this makes a 4/4 bird when it's solved, right? When it's solved, well, when it comes into play, we get a what's it called? Investigate? No, clue token. Right? It investigates. We get a clue token, and then when it's solved, when we have 3 or more artifact at the end of any turn, then we can pay 3 to put 4 +1 counter on a non-creature artifact, and it becomes a bird. So that's pretty good. And then we have the Black Staff Waterdeep, which by itself it doesn't do anything, but we can tap it to animate an artifact or a non-token artifact into a 4/4, which is pretty good, but it does say non-token, so be careful with that. It can really only animate things like the Blood Fountain or the land. It cannot animate our tokens. Then we have 4 Ensoul Artifact that makes artifact into a 5/5. And then a Zoetic Glyph that makes an artifact into a 5/4, but also when it dies, we get to discover 3. So we got all of these going on for man makers. Well, in order to have man makers, we have something that needs to be turned into a man. So we got 4 Ornithopters, 0/2 that can turn into a 5/5 or 5/4, which is great. We have 4 Spyglass Sirens that can make a map token. The map token can be turned into, again, these gigantic creatures. We have 4 Blood Fountain. Blood Fountains also brings in a blood token, so we can turn the Blood Fountain into a 5/5, the blood token into a 5/4, or vice versa, right? So that's actually 2 things that we can turn into creatures to hit our opponent with. So that's pretty good. And also, Spyglass Siren, Blood Fountain, Case of the Filched Falcon. These are all one mana card that brings in 2 permanents. So 1 mana bringing 2 permanent effectively is just reducing the Rottenmouth Viper's casting cost when we want to cast that. So that's pretty good, right? It's a mini dark ritual in and of itself. And then we need some removal. So we have 4 Fatal Push. We need some hand disruption, so we have 4 Thoughtseize. And we need a little bit of counterspell, so we got 4 Stubborn Denial. The great thing about Stubborn Denial is that when we make these gigantic creatures, Stubborn Denial becomes a 1 mana counter, 1 mana negates. So that's pretty nice, right? The only downside to casting 1 mana negates is that we need to have one of these bigger manly creatures on our artifact turned on, which that's the whole point of the deck. So when we are not doing that, Stubborn Denial wasn't going to win us the game anyways. Also, Stubborn Denial does synergize with Rottenmouth Viper as well, because it is a 6/6. So that's the idea of this deck. Very fast, very aggressive, very synergistic, but also very mana light. So we got 21 lands in the deck, but of those 21 lands, 4 of them are Darksteel Citadels that we can also turn into giant artifact creatures. Other than that, we have 1 island, 1 swamp, 1 Otawara, 1 Takenuma. We can run these in Explorer even though they rotate out of standard. We have 2 Clearwater Pathway, 4 Darksteel Shores, 3 Underground River, and 4 Watery Graves. So we got lots of expensive lands going in the dual colors, right? These are all rares. This is also rare. This is also rare. These are all rares and dual color lands. And hopefully, if you wanted to play this deck without all these lands, so you can use basic lands and to still get you somewhere, because we need blue and black manas, and we really want to be able to kick those off quickly. So you definitely want to have 4 Darksteel Shores. Everything else, you can kind of just play basic lands and hope you get there. But that's all I got for the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Mr. Changeling. Looks like red. Did let me go first, so I don't know if they are red, but hey, you know I'm gonna take a lot of damage. Let's do it. Pay the life. Let me look at your hand. What are you? Bankbuster. Oh boy. Alright, so they got a lot of removal, which I gotta be careful about. They want to Bankbuster. Transmogrify is probably gonna win him the game. I don't think I can stop that this far ahead. Guess I'll have to try. Well, Blood Fountain. And we will case. And let's hope it works, because I'm gonna glyph and he's gonna kill my glyph. Unless he Bankbuster. It's solved, right? Yeah, it's solved. He does Bankbuster. Let's put on the blood. We'll play Ornithopter 2. Don't think I'll ever get to use the Blood Fountain. I mean, come on. Sack and return 2 target creature cards. I don't even have creature cards. Does he want to Fable here? Fatal push. That's real good. Alright, we glyph. Put a glyph into it. Spyglass Siren. Not the best, but it's gonna have to do for now. Stubborn Denial. Well, I don't have a 4. If I use this, I don't get to Stubborn Denial anything, right? So I have to Ensoul. He kills it. Then, or he tries to kill it. I Denial. And then he killed it again. It is what it is. Puts him really far behind, mana-wise. Attack for 6. Maybe he wants to draw a card. Nah, he's gonna try to kill it. I am stubborn, and I deny it. Coolio, down to 8. Now he could play Fable, but it is very mana heavy. He doesn't pay the life. Oh, he does play Fable. Interesting. I draw a land, which isn't that great. So, the case puts 4% counter on target non-creature artifact. But it does become a bird. Put it on the fountain, actually. So he has a block to 5, right? This brings him to 3. Now he gets to discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. Go for the throw doesn't do anything. He does not discard, so he's got a combo off this turn. He's gonna duress me. Cool. GG. GG. Got souls. Alright, our opponent is Dino Eat Candy. Do they now? Opponent goes first. Alright, we got a 1-drop, an Ensoul, a Stubborn Denial. I think that's good enough of a keep. Ensoul goes on his Darksteel Citadel is so nice, so I'm gonna keep that. Say hi. Their Mountain turn 1. Not even a mountain, a Dwarven Mine. Enters tapped. That's really weird. Okay, here's a little siren here. I'm on to you. On to your crazy kids with your gig sleeves. Ooh, look at his arms. Wow, 2 turns of nothing. Well, I like that. Do we Ensoul? Hit him for 5? He seems to be red, right? How does he answer this? Then again, if he does just answer it, I don't have anything else to play. So, yeah, unfortunately, I have to do this. Well, let's first tap this. Let's map our siren. Case. Case is fine. Oh, almost fatal pushed myself. For no reason whatsoever. Take 2. Not 5 damage. Well, I could have dealt 6 damage this turn, but I don't want my Ensoul to die, and I don't think there's any justification of just running it out there like that. There's just so many Valkas. What's this deck? Alright, well, he knows I have a case. But I'm gonna hold up a Stubborn Denial. Actually, I don't, huh? Yeah, I don't hold up a Stubborn Denial, but I do go in for damage. Take 7. If he can kill the Spyglass Siren, I guess that's his plan. And then he gets to filter a card, but he takes 5. I have a Stubborn Denial. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, it does work because he didn't play anything, which is great. So I don't have any hasters, so let's attack for 5 first. Alright, then we play this. We want to play the Falcon. That solves the Falcon. And I'm not going to play the Spyglass Siren because I want to hold up the Denial. And this solves the case. I can always use the Blood to draw a card. Yeah. I know you said it's unexpected, but I kind of expected it. So you got 5 mana, or 4 mana. If you play a land, it's 5. Hopefully it does something. Play a land, it's tapped. Okay, if I turn this into a creature and he kills it, I don't actually get much out of it. Whereas if I take the Viper and attack, he has to either sack a creature, or sack a land, or drop a card. Right, I think that's pretty good. I still have the Viper on board. Not very easy to kill. Down to 3. So now we drop the Spyglass Siren. He's gonna Volcanic Spite the Siren. Alright. In response, I kill your Siren. No, well, he drops a card. I gotta sack 4 permanents. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I sack these 4. And I pay 2. And GG. It did its stuff. Alright, our opponent is Fickerton. He's a ton of Fickers. We're gonna go first. We got Otawara, Dark Six Shores. Alright, we in case, so I'm gonna keep this. It's kinda slow. What the heck is this? Creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped. Alright. My creatures enter the battlefield tapped. What do you got? Memory Deluge, Wandering Emperor, no more lies. I want to make some lies. Alright, did they just top deck? No more lies? Didn't just top deck no more lies. Temporary lockdown? Alright. What did I get? Spyglass Siren. Oh, he could just Wandering Emperor me, right? Oh, Ensoul here. Bring him to 5. He gets 1 turn. Ah, we got him. Take that. Your blue-eye control and your temporary lockdown. Alright, our opponent is Peekapoo. Hey, yo. Poe? Opponent goes first. We got 2 Thoughtseizes, but I hope he doesn't Thoughtseize me, right? It's a good hand if he doesn't Thoughtseize me, so that means we're gonna get Thoughtseized. Doesn't feel good. Does not feel good at all. Let's see it. What do you gotta do? Turn 1 Soul Ring? Ah, turn 1 Soul Ring. Very EDH feel. Oh wait. I mean, I always emote first, but I don't know. Not a turn 1 Thoughtseize. Cool. Well, I'm a turn 1 Thoughtseizer. What do you got? Chords of Calling, Wild Growth Walker, Sentinel Scout. Cool. That was a 2-minute game. Or, no, not even 2. 1-minute game. You cower. Mow down to 5 and lose. Alright, our opponent is Cloudy. With a chance of Meatball. Opponent goes first. No blue. Double Thoughtseize. But no blue. But double Thoughtseize. But no blue. Okay, I don't think I can keep this hand. I mean, it's, once I draw a blue, right? The Ensoul is live. I can Thoughtseize him in the meantime. Once I draw a blue, that's a tall ask. I can just keep drawing blue spells and not blue lands, and then that would be a disaster. So how many dead cards in his hand? Just the Ensoul, right? Rottenmouth is not really a dead card, because how much can I sack? 1. So this will be a 5. Can't really play it. Do have 2 Thoughtseize against... I mean, if they're burned, I just kind of die. Okay. Put back the river. They are burned. Kumano faces Kakazan. Alright, let's see who's better at pushing. Just gonna drop a show off right here. It's getting pushed. Take 5. Let's go. I need to draw a land next turn bad. But I won't. I know how this game works. So I guess Case into Blood. Monster's Rage. You sure you want to do that? I guess both of those cards are buff spells. Oh yeah. Not only did I not draw a buff, draw kind of the worst possible card there. I'm at 11. Can he kill me from where he's at? Probably can, right? So the whole back would block, or I attack, bring him to 10. Let's see. If he has Monster's Rage, that'll take me down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9, so 1 other spell will kill me. Alright. That seems fun. If I draw a lander, completely different game. He didn't attack. He thought he has time. That's cute. Okay. Second Ming Swiss Sphere. Cool. Let's put more 5/5s on the board. I will attack you with a 5/5. You're gonna have to block. No? Alright. He wants to deal 11 damage with 2 spells. 1 random spell. Oh, it's a land. You sure you want to play it like that? I'm not sure if that's the right play. You can turn the Den life, but I don't think the Den can deal 11 damage to me. pre-combat. Now what? I mean, I fly. Yeah. No, just one. It makes no sense with just one. Alright, we got a Stubborn Denial. I can counter whatever he plays. If I attack here, he has to block. If I attack, he has to block one, right? But then the Slick Shot would just kill me, so... Can it kill me at 8? He blocks 1. He has a Slick Shot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's close. It's real close. But he's on one card. I got more. Light up the stage. Alright. That's pretty scary there. But at least none of those are... what's it called? None of those are instant or sorcery cards. Alright, just quit. Good game. Loser. Alright, our opponent is Go-Go Boy. Go-Go. Go-Go Boy's probably playing aggro, because the Shuffler is definitely shuffling up our hand, giving us kind of the worst. What the heck? Alright, roll down to 5 it is. So, if we're rolling down to 5, I definitely can't keep a Thoughtseize, and maybe not even an Underground River. Do I keep a Glyph here? I'll draw another land, right? This is bad. Real bad. I'll say hi to Go-Go Boy and then you lose the game. That's turn 1 Thoughtseize. Cauldron Familiar. Alright. This is the deck that I was going to run. Instead, I thought I didn't want to do 2 Golgari in 2 weeks straight, so here we are. Yeah, I'm gonna give them time with my draw here. So if they gain a lot of life, we're just gonna lose. But if they don't gain a lot of life, I mean, then they play a land and then they do stuff. They don't play a land. Are they on a 1-lander? They are on a 1-lander. I mean, this doesn't really get me anywhere, right? It does solve. It does solve. And he's on a 1-lander with me on a 2-lander. Seems like he either drew a land or drew another Cauldron Familiar. Which, I mean, yeah, Shuffler's fine. 3 Cauldron Familiar it is. Stubborn Denial. Cool. Can I even do anything with any of this? I can map. Alright, draw land. So, blue or black? Blue. I take a lot of damage here. And then we push and face. I took that damage on purpose. Well, not on purpose, but like I took on that damage because I know what was gonna happen if I didn't. So I could turn this into a creature. It'll be a 4/4. But then I won't have my Stubborn Denial. Honestly, either way, I won't have my Stubborn Denial, right? Maybe I draw and hope to hit a land. Feels real dumb here. I hit a land, alright. They're at 20. And I'm at 9. Right, they're not drawing their lands, so... No, they are drawing their lands. 4th Cauldron, familiar. Shuffler's fine. Shuffler is just about the finest. Like, I have to tap all these to put it on a Darksteel Citadel. Then what? Then attack with a 5/4 and I'll hope to win. Yeah, I think I can't take any more damage. Maybe they have a Fatal Push? Thoughtseize. Alright, you can take my Stubborn Denial if you like. I'm not countering a Thoughtseize. Maybe he'll take the Viper. It looks pretty scary. Maybe he'll take the Glyph. That will be the dumbest play. I'm all for it. He did take the Viper. Good. That was not the right play. Alright, guess we'll block here. Down to 4. Ensoul. Well, Ensoul's definitely not very good here, so we'll get a case. Not attacking with this, right? I gotta block with it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is the jankiest game I've ever played. See, the second Darksteel Citadel was real bad. If it was a blue land or even a black land, I can use it for something. I don't know. Actually, if it was a black land, I cannot use it for anything anyways. He has place. Is that another Thoughtseize? Just can't let him have food, right? If I try to play Cauldron, I gotta counter it. That's about the only thing. He's roping. He does attack. Alright. It's gonna go to my turn, which means I can tap my lands right now to turn the Citadel into a flyer. Or this into a flyer. No, the Citadel into a flyer. I get a Watery Grave. Got to come in and play tapped. Oh boy. Yeah, that is... Can't go down to 1 or I just die, like, immediately. So I'll attack for 5, right? I feel like this is just gonna get Fatal Pushed. So we'll end the turn. I can turn this into a 4/4, so I don't need to use the Ensoul right now. I attack for 5, he's at 14. I can definitely end him in 1 turn. Just gotta be careful with what he does. He's playing off 1 land, right? Our opponent's a trooper. But if he gets any food, I just die. So I gotta stop any food from coming in. And he's playing off the 1-lander. I had to mulligan, so... Oh. Interesting. That's end turn, so let me make this into a flyer. I'm pretty sure he has a Fatal Push. What he doesn't know is that the Ensoul makes this a 9. So that's... Oh, okay, he's discarding. Claim of the Firstborn. Well, okay, GG. That was something. Okay, let's go talk about what my lethal options were. Because I think that was an interesting play. So, my play was to tap these 2 to put an Ensoul on Darksteel Citadel. But since I drew a land, I can play it. Tap these 3 to put a Zoetic Glyph on the Darksteel Citadel. Either way, it's fine, right? So what Darksteel Citadel can do now, it will be, it will have a base 5 6/5 or 5/4, it doesn't matter. But it will have 4 counters, so it will be a 9. And it flies. So it will be 9 plus 4 is 13. He will have to block the Darksteel Citadel. Actually, yeah, it doesn't. 9 plus 4, right? So he'll block the Darksteel Citadel, but I will still have a counterspell up and he's out of the place. Yep, it's something. Alright, our opponent is Murburzy. I don't know. Mr. My Easy, I don't know. Is that the name? Murburzy? I gotta go first. That's all that matters here. We're gonna Bluff Fountain, Viper. So Thoughtseize will have to remove something that gets after the Viper, I believe. I'll keep this. Yeah, I'm gonna try to remove a card that goes after the Viper if I can, depending on what he has. It's is that E-Honda? That's the name. Street Fighter. I mean, I have all these sleeves honestly because I bought the Secret Lair, but I never opened any of those boxes. It must be worth a fortune, and by a fortune I mean 20 bucks right now. Because Wizards have absolutely destroyed the Secret Lair. It used to be a secret, now it's just a lair. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. What you got? Thalia. Thalia will be pretty annoying. Block Soak Champion. Can't block. That's nothing. Alright, let's take out the Thalia. I think that's the most annoying card. I don't really care about the Fatal Push. Do I care about the Fatal Push? He's gonna bring out the champion. Oh, that lag. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on blue because I can put it on either color. That's fine. Right, this is gonna give me 4. Now it's solved, but it doesn't matter because I'm sacking an next turn for the Viper. Plays another champion. Okay, that's pretty good, right? Because what I want to do is play the Fountain. And now I can sack 4 permanents. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 permanents. And pay 2 for the Viper. Oh, I'm viping. You gotta discard a card or lose 4 life. I'm pretty sure at this point our opponent is just gonna choose the life. But maybe we'll discard a card, right? Who knows? And then I'll probably Zoetic Glyph the little shoe here. It's not the best because they're showing Fatal Push already, but right now that probably is my best bet. It's black and white, so I don't know if they have any. Oh, they drop Fatal Push. That's yo. Okay, I have no idea why they would do that, and I don't think there's any percent correct, but I guess they just lose anyways. That was fun. Taking Thalia didn't matter there, because if they played Thalia, it's not like it would have stopped. Maybe. Turn 2, I mean, I would have just not played a Bluff Fountain and still had the Viper out, so I don't think it would have mattered. Alright, our opponent is Fun Policeman. There's no such thing as a Fun Policeman. Unless they're the Fun Police. Man. Alright, we're good to go first. Thoughtseize, an Ornithopter. We got a Bluff Fountain into Rottenmouth Viper, holding up a Stubborn Denial. I would say that's pretty good. I'll keep. Alright, play this on black. Play this on black. So protect the Viper. They have a Thoughtseize, a Duress, an Arch. Oh man, that's a lot. Alright, so gotta take the Thoughtseize here. They'll probably just Duress me anyways. I still keep the Viper, but I'm gonna lose the Fountain, which means now I'll never get to cast a Viper, unfortunately. There it is. I don't think they're gonna take the Stubborn Denial. Alright, we got a glyph. Can definitely glyph an Ornithopter if that's our only play. He's gonna play a little vampire dude. A little vampire dude it is. Eventually he's gonna have an Archfiend out. Alright, that's probably the worst draw. Maybe too many Stubborn Denials in the deck. That might be the reason. They got a Fable? I gotta stop a Fable, right? They know I have this. I don't know why they play Fable into it. That was weird. A weirdly dumb move. But hey, you know, if our opponent wants to play... What was that? That was... an embarrassing display for the Fun Police. They are winning this game so hard, and then they just quit. All right, whatever. Goodbye. All right, our opponent is Death Campaign. Well, as long as they don't intimidate us. Opponent goes first. Very fun. We got a land and cards that goes with that land, so might as well keep. Today have just been a day. Like, nothing I've been doing with anything has been working, and it's just... Oh, Amalia decks and Vampire decks left and right. No way you're playing off one land. Oh, they got another land going on. Of course. Of course. Selfless Savior. Yeah, gain that life. Okay, well... I don't think I need 2 lands to do anything, so let's start Ensouling. Okay. Attacks for 3. Wall Growth Walker. Gains 2 life. Plays a land. Then passes. That's fun, right? That's been fun. I mean, I'm pretty sure I play this. I play a case. Might be a reason to play Ottawara there. I'm not sure. Save me a life. I am still thinking about potentially using the Ottawara as an Ottawara, but case is solved. If he Coco's here, I definitely can counter it. Or a Dirge. Man, he's gutsy. He does Coco. I counter your Coco. Just have a land? There's a stick somewhere. Okay. So, I can glyph the Darksteel Citadel, but I think I'm gonna glyph. Doesn't kill him. Also doesn't kill me. Well, take this turn while he's tapped out to go attack him. Can he deal 12 damage to me next turn? I'm gonna bring him to 2. The Mana Confluence will bring him to 1 if he wants to tap that for a mana. Then the Lunarch Veteran will just save him life, right? Casino Scout. Oh, gains 4 life. Okay. That's a gutsy attack. That's a really gutsy attack. Like, if I just get rid of this, doesn't he just die? Of course, you know, that's what I think is happening, but may not be what's happening. Try Ensouling this. What does he have? I don't know. Does he have something here? This is a stick, so there's definitely something. Okay, that something is taking 15 to the face. Goodbye, Death Campaign. We hardly knew you. Alright, our opponent is Spell Friar. I don't like your name. I don't like your avatar. I think you're going to be playing mono red, and the shuffler is definitely going to screw us with this freaking hand. Yeah, no good deeds here. We'll keep 6. Put away the glyph. Put away the fountain. Put away the denial. The fountain's good, but I don't really have the Rottenmouth right now to pull that off. Green. Oh boy. I'm gonna pay the life right now. That way I can stubborn denial his ramp spell. That probably is more important. He plots. Didn't see that coming. I can start hitting him, right? That's not too bad. Just start racing. We'll get there. Outcaster Trailblazer. Right away into an Oak Rose Pro. It doesn't reach. He draws a card. He goes in for 1 damage. Alright. So... do we glyph here? I don't think we glyph here, right? We get a Spyglass Siren. We're going to take a lot of damage. If we glyph here, we don't win next turn anyway, so no reason to do that. Have to go in for the damage. Nykthos Storm. Yeah. Good thing I kept this. Really? He got angry. He did not want to wait. And for not wanting to wait, you get punished. Haha! Loser. And you're... I playing... what's that called again? Devotion. I should win every game. They even got a good opener too. Too bad. We had a better opener. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how did you feel? I gotta say, I recorded, I don't know, I've showed 10 games here, but I might have played 15 or 16 total games, and there were a few really frustrating games. This deck will give you those frustrating games because when it draws well, it does very well. But when it doesn't draw well and you got, you know, all the lands somehow, 21 lands in the deck, you can draw all the lands and none of the cards. That feels bad. You can draw all of the, you know, the mini cards, none of the payoffs. That's bad. You can also draw all the payoffs and none of the mini cards. That also feels bad, right? Normally, you have 1 or 2 cards, 2 type of cards you want to draw. Lands, non-lands. This deck, because it's a combo deck, has 3 types of cards. You want to draw lands, you want to draw, you know, smaller pieces, and then finally the combo payoffs. You need to draw all 3 of those for the deck to work the way it's supposed to, and sometimes it is a little bit harder, but it's very rare, and I would say 10 out of 15, 16 games for a win rate isn't that bad. So yeah, this is a pretty cool deck. It's pretty good, and in the beginning, right, I did not have Black Staff of the Waterdeep in a deck. Then I put it in, and I cut 1 Zoetic Glyph. Did not make a difference at all. I never even drawn this, so doesn't matter at all. The Zoetic Glyph definitely is very good in this deck because it makes a 5/4, but then it discovers into something good as well. And the great thing about Discover is that if you discover, let's say, a Stubborn Denial and you don't want to cast a counterspell, or you discover a Thoughtseize and you don't want to lose life, you don't have to cast it. You can just put it in your hand. That's pretty important. The rest, I still, you know, I don't know what else to say about this deck. It's very fast. and it's very synergistic. So if you like that style of play, this deck is just for you. And there really is no fat to trim from this deck. I really can't think of any card to cut or switch around. The only thing that you might be considering is taking out the Black Staff of Waterdeep and just put in the 4th Zoetic Glyph. But even then, that's really neither here or there, and that's the rest of the deck is just the way it is, and it's very, very fun to play. Now, Rottenmouth Viper, the fantastic thing about this card is you can, well, one is you can play it just for 6 mana if you're just flooded, but also it's Elemental Snake. It's not legendary. So we can have a bunch on the board, and your opponent will hate that because every time you attack, they're going to have to sack so many things or lose so much life that they'll just die right away. Very fun deck. Try it out for yourself. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.